Well, it is Saturday, April 23rd. It's about 8 p.m. here. I did go for a run today. I didn't make it as far as what I usually would have liked, but there was an attempt. So I thought about forcing myself to get to at least a milestone of, increments of 11:11. But I was like, I just did that. The previous run forced myself to, get to an increment that I liked, and it's just unnecessary, and it didn't make me feel like I succeeded at the run or anything, or I'm more concerned over feeling like I failed at the run, whereas like I'm not so concerned about succeeding, because there is no succeeding. It's just the next run. So anyway, so I didn't get to a safe milestone or a comfortable milestone, and just it's like, yeah, it's okay. And I walked. It's not like I just teleported back. Whatever I don't jog or run, I'm walking. I'm outside, and I never judge the distance, so I never end up exactly back here when I stop. So anyway, and of course I'm recording now because of the way the light is. The sun is over there, and the mirror is over here. And that was not intentional. I just hung the mirror on the back of this door, and then it caught the light the other day, and now it's like, well, this is interesting lighting. I'm not sure about it, of course. I'm still not entirely comfortable in my own skin and stuff like that, and like lighting and shading and stuff. It's like, I don't know. It's strange. But anyway, I didn't really have anything to say. But when do I ever? Nothing groundbreaking or revelational. But just another day. And I guess that's good enough for me. And just like these videos are not meant to be entertaining or enthralling or informative or educational. It's just a day in the life of some guy. Happens to be autistic, and struggles with life and believing in things, the nature of reality. Other people are just a mystery, and I spend a lot of time just contemplating and try to appreciate as much as I can the luxury that I seem to be afforded at being able to contemplate all these things. Because when I describe a lot of things about how it's been for me up to this point, well, I'm fortunate to be here for one thing, and I may envy other people aspects of their life, and kind of be curious about them and think that I might want them for myself, or some element or some, but it's like, I just don't know about that. It's like I got what I got, what is for me. Other people have what is for them. I can't just jump into somebody else's life and then play around with it, explore, and then be like, okay, I don't like this. I'm just gonna go, and then jump out of that life back into my solitary life. It just doesn't work like that. It's not a quantum leap. So, whereas like it seems like a lot of people, it's like, wow, don't have all these extra. It's like, people think that being a bachelor or just being alone, it's, it's great and everything like that. Well, I describe it, it gets lonely. And so it's like, I mean, maybe for a little while it's okay, but not probably, I mean, me, it's just how, this is normal. So anything other than this is different. So, like I was telling a joke, or thought of a joke, self-deprecating, self-mockery, that, do you know what the difference is between my social life before, during, and after lockdown or social distancing? Me neither. It didn't affect me. It's like I'm barely aware of there having been a global pandemic. It didn't. I just had to play along and do my part, which was mostly just continuing to avoid people and gatherings, and it was just a matter of other people. Well, okay, well, they're doing what I'm doing, only now they're doing it because they have to, and it was causing them all sorts of like mental problems and difficulties, and they remember the good old days where they could get together and go hang out. Whereas like me, it's like this is just normal to me. And I guess the biggest concern for me was the whole face masks. I really didn't like the face masks. I hated them so much. And I didn't wear them except at work. It just baffled me that people were wearing them outside in fresh air, like walking their dog, not a person around them. They're just walking their dog in the open air with a face mask on. Or riding a bike. I've seen people riding bikes with face masks on. They just thought I guess the TV, I mean, people didn't really understand, but people don't have a really good understanding of how pathogens, viruses, epidemiology, study of disease, how they spread. They just have all sorts of ghouls and goblins and, phantasms and miasmas of the ways that, things spread, germs. And they have all sorts of superstitions and paranoias. But, it's from lack of just, people are afraid of what they don't understand. And, which is the same for me. I am no better. I'm just a little bit different. I guess the other thing I wanted to talk about was how I think I'm going to be much more reserved and selective and just careful about who and how, more importantly, how I share my nature with other people, individuals. Because this most recent person is just, they're having a tough time for some reason. I don't know why. It might just be other things going on in their life, because I know they have other things going on in their life. But it seems like, and I'm just guessing, that they feel that I've shared something so extremely sensitive and important with them, and now they're feeling like, I don't know, like they have to watch out for me and be protective and check on me all the time and make sure. And it's like, no, you don't. Just, if I'm quiet, just leave me be. It has nothing to do with you or them. It's like I was just quiet the past couple of mornings. And they should know, they've seemed like they've spoken to it, that they understand that when I'm quiet, it has nothing to do with them, and it doesn't mean that I'm angry at them. But then these past 2 mornings, I've been, thinking about things, and unrelated to work and them, And first they seemed okay with it, like they just recognized that I was just being quiet and just doing my work. And um, and then it's like, and then the second morning, this morning, it's like then they were like, seemed like they were confused how I was still being quiet. And then they didn't get the level of acknowledgement that they wanted. And the level of letting them know that they are okay. And I was like, then I started thinking about, the social contract and, the things that, people do to acknowledge other people. The niceties, the pleasantries, all the small talk sort of stuff. And how a lot of times I just don't want to do that. I force myself to. But I'm trying to think of the other things I had it written down. It's in my notes. I'll write about it later. But anyway, it seemed like he was getting angry. Like he thought, it seemed to me like he thought I was angry at him for some reason, and that was the cause of my silence. And because he thinks I'm angry at him for something he doesn't know about, he's starting to get angry at me because he thinks I'm angry at him, and he doesn't know why. So he feels a little bit vulnerable and insecure about my presence because he doesn't know what to do about it, because he doesn't know what he did wrong. And he didn't do anything wrong. That's the thing. So I can't help him. I can have the conversation that I'm just being quiet, you didn't do anything, I'm not angry, you're not angry, we're all good, yada, 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 small talk, laugh, 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 joke, 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 being autistic. I don't want to have that conversation. It is so draining and exhausting. Because I've had it so many times, from misunderstandings, misinterpretations, bad body language reads, and people wanting to make eye contact, to check on me, wanting that ocular pat down to like size me up and like try to read my mind. I don't know, but I just will avoid people's gaze because I just don't want to. Can I just get some blinders on just so I can focus on my work? I'm just not about it until I am. Like I get into like zones where I just don't want to deal with anybody, and then I'm approached or somebody says something, or it just, I don't know. There's no rules for it. It's just, I don't mean to be difficult. I'm not trying to cause frustration. I'm not trying to manipulate other people's feelings and emotions to serve some alternative goal. It's like, I don't know. People tend to think that something's about them when nothing is. I should know. I have made that mistake often in my career of this life. Oh, the sun has gone down. But it's a pretty sunrise, or sunset out there. And I guess this is not reflecting much light anymore. Still a little bit. So, anyway. So, but he's on vacation this upcoming week. Today was his last day. So, because of that whole silence thing, it's like, well, I don't want to leave him on the, like thinking that there's something wrong at work and it might be bothering him all the time he's gone on, which it shouldn't. But people are strange. Again, I should know. So, before I left for the day, because I was leaving early, because I decided to, because I got everything done that I needed to get done, I just, without explaining myself, because I don't feel like I have to explain myself, because there's nothing wrong, I said, have a good vacation. And he looked surprised that I talked to him, because he thought I was angry with him, or who knows what he thought. And he was just like, oh, thanks. I don't know. And I left. I don't want to have a conversation with like people about me being silent. you know, so again, sharing my autistic identity with people. It's like I got to be more careful with how I do it, because I'm sure I'm doing it strangely, because I don't have like, well, if people don't ask me questions, I don't know what they need to know to alleviate any concerns. Like I didn't all of a sudden become somebody different. I'm the same person that you knew. I'm just telling you because it's. So when you see me struggling, it's not me. It's me just being me, and it's not anything really anybody can help me with. It's just I have to figure it out. If I need help, it's like, or if I can accept help, if it's something that just, because that's all I can do. I can't really help anybody else either. I can just try to pay attention and then maybe do things on the down low without being noticed. Because I like to not be noticed. And it's like I don't like being observed. I like to help without being detected. So it's like if I'm doing things correctly, then I can get away with it. So anyway, but then I get caught sometimes. It's like I don't like being thanked. So I've got problems, but I've got better problems than the ones I used to have, because the ones I used to have I couldn't work on. And some of the things I call problems, they're not really problems because I like them. And they, at best or worst, can be rather considered inconveniences. But, lament and folly. So, anyway. I'm not really up to much. It's Saturday night, and just going to be watching a couple videos and then taking a long nap and getting ready for work tomorrow, and I'll be by myself all week, overnight, and that's good. And I will just be able to focus on nothing and just do the job. Try not to, we say about being kind, and I gotta remember to be kind to myself, all that sort of thing. So I'm working on it, and all the rest, I guess, that'll sort itself out. I don't have to worry so much. I just take care of things as best as I know how. And I don't know. So anyway, I guess that's all I've got going on right now. Not too much. But anyway, I just wanted to check in for whatever that's worth, whatever it means. I like to think that these will mean something someday. Their significance and importance unknown to me at this time. Whether they actually have any ever is, I don't think it's the point. Still do them. Whether they mean anything or have any lasting ever, it's like, it's not for me to know, and it doesn't take away from the fact that just go ahead and do them. And even if YouTube, just up and cuts, I thought about that recently. It's like, what if they just decide that they're just gonna system wipe, or there's it's like everything is just gone, or something like that. Something happens where they're just like, yep, and all these recordings are just deleted or lost. It's like, well, it doesn't mean it wasn't for nothing. It was always for something, and it doesn't mean I shouldn't do them. Just the act in itself is significant, is worth it. It's not the thought that counts, it's the action that matters. And this is always good practice for me, living practice for articulating my thoughts, even if it's just myself. It's still practice, hearing myself say the words so they become more I don't struggle so much. This is practice not struggling. I will always struggle though. It's like I have not grown fearless. I just have less fear. Becoming fearless is not the objective, because that is an illusion. You know, facing fear, that's attainable. But defeating fear, no. As soon as you think you've defeated one, something else shows up. And if you just think you've defeated them all, then you're only just fooling yourself. So, yeah. So, anyway, I should go. Good night.